Kamaiyah got it made, dropping her first album in I think it's 3 years.
Yep.
2017's was the last time she was heard from, at least in the album range.
Hmm.
Um, did we review that one? I don't remember.
We did not. Yeah, she dropped uh bef- before I Wake at the end of 2017. It was her second mixtape. We did not talk about that. It was pretty cool. It's slickly produced. The song Slide Bet was probably the best one, but yeah, we kind of passed over that, and then we also didn't talk about her debut mixtape, which got a lot more attention, which was A Good Night in the Ghetto. That was back in 2016. So yeah, it's the first time talking about her because I think is as she would tell you, she's kind of had a bunch of like stops and starts since that really big first mixtape and like some early looks she had, and she releases independently. I think the Interscope deal is done, and it's kind of, I think this is kind of representing a back to the basics feel for Kamaiyah, and I think it was a good choice because I think this shit slaps. This is some Bay Area bounce, man.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised listening to it. Didn't have many expectations heading in, but I really liked how there was a bounce to it, but it didn't feel overly produced. It felt like it had some real '90s elements, some like real traditional like record
Yep.
scratches and flourishes
Mm-hmm.
throughout, which I really liked. But it never felt like too glitzy or like they threw too much in there. They really let her kind of her and her personality really shine throughout. I think her personality is probably the other thing I walked away from with this is she's funny. Like she has a strong perspective, a strong personality that really I think allows her to switch between these songs where she's maybe a little bit more serious or talking about some of her own life uh, obstacles or things she's going through, but then kind of doing something like I don't know, 1-800 I'm horny or like 10
That's just
toes up high,
hilarious.
So there's some good shit on here. What did you like most about it?
Yeah, dude. I mean, thinking back to A Good Night in the Ghetto, uh, her two big hits off that, How Does It Feel and Fuck It Up featuring YG. I remember when I first heard those, I was like, Kamaiyah is awesome. Like we talk about all the rising female rap stars these days, and Kamaiyah was one I think who's never became like a star. She never really got famous. She was an XXL freshman in 2017, which I thought was a great pick. Yet, despite the Interscope support at the time, it just didn't land. And I think this is really cool because she has zero qualms about attempting to do anything with modern rap trends at all, and she's just making something that's indebted to where she's from, Oakland, and just sound like that and make something that's really cool and timeless. And that's what she did. Like we already knew she had good personality. She's funny, and now that we have this, where she just feels more comfortable and more at home on these kind of beats and making these and bounced around on these songs. But I think she's more open about her sexuality now, and you hear a little bit more of that on this. And this is a short listen too, but I mean, there's really no songs I would cut off this, to be honest, partially given the breadth of the runtime. But yeah, I mean, there's also some inspired people on here. Right, you have Trina, you
Mm-hmm.
have Too Short doing some kind of intro. Again,
J.
no,
Espinoza.
yeah, no Travis, no Quavo on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think this is a really good way to reestablish oneself. And Kamaiyah's apparently made a record label, and she put this out on that. So I'm hoping this is the new start of another fruitful career, and hopefully she becomes a bigger force out of the Bay, because I think this is definitely something people should check in. And even if they haven't listened to Kamaiyah before, this is you'll get the idea real fast.
Yeah, I think that when you kind of look around at her peers, there's people that do some of the things she does on here better or in different ways. Like I find some of Cupcake's songs a little bit funnier, or maybe
Sure.
I enjoy those a little bit more. Or Tierra Whack maybe does like the weirdness factor a little bit better. But I think overall, just a really solid album, start to finish. And I think, especially in what you said with the artist who's kind of started, stopped, been on a record label, deal is dead or done now, to be starting her own label, to be putting out what she wants, working with people she wants, bringing her own sound, her own personality to, I think is just fantastic. So seems like this is another up and coming rapper, and especially a female rapper that seems like they're on the way up. So very excited to hear more from her, hopefully soon.